Welcome to Pixel Wankers. I'm Scott.
I'm Mitch.
Crowd.
Tim.
We're wanking today.
Yes. Most days. Today we wank for you. So, what are we chatting about today?
Bit of trailers.
Yeah, bit of trailers, bit of news, bit of personal project stuff, hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So-
got. Sorry, just a quick aside.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of a video game review afterwards as well.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wonderful.
Oh.
Just you know.
All right.
Well, let's start off hot with the day's trailer of the day is Suicide Squad.
Yes.
Do my crazy Joker face.
What do you think of it?
What did I think of it?
Yeah. Since you brought it up.
Well, you know what's funny is I really love the designs that they redid their logos. Is that stupid to say? Like, I like that they're all like neon and stuff, like Joker-esque. But I know that's such a stupid thing, but I think it's fun. No, I think it looks like a fun movie. I'm glad that they told us who the people are, because I'm kind of a layman, so I don't really know all the characters, and it's nice to know what their abilities are and stuff. And I thought it looked fun. It was like I love the song. It was cool, you know. I like when it builds up, the guy cracks the soda.
Yeah.
Freaked out. I like that part. I guess Harley Quinn was a little like, some of the lines fell a little flat for me. Just seemed like she was trying to be sassy for sassy's sake. But I imagine that's sassy's sake. But I imagine that that's probably going to be who she is, and it'll probably be better paired with the Joker and seeing it in context. The funniest bit for her was probably busting into the shop and then grabbing the bag and like, what are you doing? And she's like, we're crooks.
I thought that was the worst one.
Oh, really?
That would have been the best one if she had not said anything. If she broke in, he's like, what are you doing? She was just like, meh.
Yeah.
And kept going. Like, that would have had a better impact.
She really did seem a little like trying to be kooky, like, and it's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
calm down.
Were you sort of imagining the Harley Quinn from the cartoon show?
Yeah, that kind of bothered, because this is like the 52 Harley Quinn outfit and everything, right? And like how she acts.
Sort of.
So I was imagining the old school one, and it didn't really seem to fit the personality either. So, but neither does the Joker really.
It'd be hard to put that costume on screen. I think the original.
Without
No.
stupid.
But I mean, I understand it's a new 52 because I've read a couple of her issues from the new run, just the Harley Quinn run, and I don't know. I just that voice, that kind of whiny kind of Charlie, where you gone? Like, that's always been Harley Quinn for me. Like, no matter what I read, it's always been that.
Yeah.
So, like, I was a little thrown off. I don't think she was as good as everyone hyped her up to be. Like,
No.
but
I think she visually looks the part. Like you see pictures and it's
no,
like,
and that's what I mean. The costume is fine, I guess. It doesn't bother me. It's two-tone. That's
One of
enough.
my favorite bits, just visual, it looked cool, was the Joker seemed, he's totally different than most of the Jokers, but the part where he's like has his machine gun and he's like wearing a
In the
suit,
tux?
he's like, that was like cool. That's like classic Joker shot. That's cool. So
Did you find he was channeling his best Heath Ledger though?
a bit Heath Ledger and Jack Nicholson mixed together. He's like
Yeah.
over the top like Jack Nicholson, but trying to be kind of like dark and creepy like Heath Ledger.
seems like a different take to me. And
Really?
I mean, what did we really get from him? He like laughs.
I mean, what you've seen in
says
the
a
other
few
trailers
Yeah,
too.
he's got like a line or two, but it didn't really feel like there was much to pull from it aside from that's the Joker.
Maybe not performance, but like voice-wise, he was sort of doing a Heath Ledger-y sort of impression.
Yeah, I don't think so, man. Because Heath Ledger was like Tom Waits to the core, and I don't know who this guy is, like in terms of his like who he's pulling from. Like one of the guys from a comic book studio does the laugh and like his Joker laugh. It's funny because I'm fine with Jared Leto as an actor. I hate the visual design they did for him, like the damage on his forehead. Is
The
just
Hot
dumb.
Topic Joker, right?
Yeah, Hot Topic Joker. is
Hot
stupid.
Topic
Totally.
Joker.
But when I heard that laugh, I was like, damn it, that sounds good. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like that weird, shrill, like.
Well, do it.
I can't do it that well. I was just about to, and you know.
Yeah, do it. I want to hear it.
Come on, Steve.
I wish I could, because the guy in my studio can do it really well, but I don't know.
Come on.
You do it.
I don't know. I don't want to. No.
But yeah, I don't know. But I think those comparisons are gonna naturally just like flow to the top of everybody. Be like, he's not as good as Heath Ledger. Well, realistically, could this movie even be half as good as Dark Knight? Doubtful.
No. It's definitely not like their A movie. Their A movie that they're hoping for, I think, is Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
I think this is kind of like
large hope.
Yeah,
that's their hope. I think.
The funny you should say it. I thought this looks like a better film.
This one's getting received far better.
Yeah, because there's no expectation to it. Batman vs Superman, there's a huge expectation, and then when you saw the trailer, you're like, but with this, it's like, oh, cool, villains running, rampant in cities and blowing stuff up.
Know.
I'm cool with that.
Both and maybe it's just my headspace watching these. Both of them, I'm watching just deadpan, like, okay, that's a movie. Like, I'm not excited for it. I don't think it's going to be terrible. It's going to be fine. It'll be a fun watch, but nothing jumps out to me that, like, this is going to be an exciting thing. And partly it is some of the character design annoys me. You know, partly Harlequin doesn't sound like I think that she's, none of it makes me excited.
I can see that. Like, when I first saw that production set photo that they released, the first one, and they had them all lined up, I was like, oh man, this looks like it should be on like the CW or something, like just a really bad 90s like TV show,
What do you guys think of Will Smith?
That's the biggest thing that I don't like about the movie.
Really?
Yeah, is Will Smith.
He didn't seem all that bad to me, but like,
I'm like,
but like,
see,
the
the
thing is,
about it for me.
the thing is, Will Smith, like, so here's the thing, like, I like Will Smith. I like Fresh Prince, and I like a lot of his movies.
His recent stuff.
I like a lot of the movies he's in when he was okay with being funny. Now he wants to take himself way too seriously, and I don't know if he's going to try and do like a Hancock type of thing.
Yeah. You think he like
it, or if
peaked in Bad
or if
Boys?
he's going to try and make it more than it is. It's like, no, like if he's going to try and make it seem more than it is, don't bother, because that's not what you are. Well, that's not what it is.
Yeah, my thing is like, you've got a bunch of bad guys, right? They're bad guys. Mm-hmm. Why in both trailers does he have to say, "Let's go save the world"? It's like, you don't hear Deadpool say that. You don't hear Joker say it. You don't hear anybody say it.
Did he say it in this one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Time to go save the world. I think he did. Did he?
That's a straight-on Will Smith impression
there. Welcome to Earth. But no, it's my problem is like, it's Will Smith playing Will Smith as Deadshot.
Yeah.
But it's like, first and foremost, he does not trick you. And I think he's a talented enough actor to make you feel like it's not Will Smith. But I don't think he gives a damn. And I don't think this movie like needs a Will Smith. They could have gone with anybody for that role. And
who would be your fan pick for?
I don't care. It's Deadshot. That's the thing is like, I'm not upset that Will Smith's playing Deadshot. It's just like, damn, like Will Smith is gonna break me out of that movie every time. Like I may get pulled into it. I'm like, oh, that's Will Smith. Yeah. Look at Jared Leto. I don't like that Joker design, but that's the fucking Joker when you see it. And there's no confusing. You're like, that's not my Joker, but that is the Joker. Like, you feel the Joker. When you see Will Smith, you're like, oh, that's Will Smith.
Yeah. What's Hancock doing in here? Like,
exactly. Bad? For me, that breaks it. But, like, it's funny because he hates the 90s. It's weird because the 90s were awesome.
Oh, me?
Oh, him.
Oh. You hate the 90s?
Well, he was like
holy, but I think they suck a little bit.
I'm going to take my Walkman elsewhere.
Mini disc player.
He's like knocking on like it for having like that 90s look to it, but I love the idea that Killer Croc is like a main guy in this. Like, Killer Croc's the shit.
No, it's not who's in it. I don't care. It's the character design of them. I didn't think was so great.
It looks playful. But if they don't go playful and they go leathery, you're crying again. Where do your tears stop? Where do your tears stop?
No, I just
if they're a big fancy leather daddy, you're mad too.
They were all like back to back, like we're the Suicide
But when you
Squad.
see the Avengers, you're like, okay.
because they're a group. This is the thing about Suicide Squad. They throw collars on them or something so their heads will explode if they go out of line, right? Something like that. And they're all crooks. But what makes them a team? None of them should work together as a team, really.
Because they're going to save the world.
That's why I don't think they should be like, yo, we're saving the world, guys. Like, it should be like, yeah, I'm here.
But
like,
if it's a production
I'm
picture,
I'm gonna mess stuff up, but I'm here. You know.
Yeah. If it's a production picture, it's kind of like.
I think that's half the fun, though, of like playing villains as heroes. Is having the villains be relentless in like having to do things that seem good. This seems like they're almost trying too much to just be like, yeah, we can be a group. It's like, no, they shouldn't be a group. They should probably be very selfish and like over each other and like basically pushing each other into danger because they don't care about each other.
Yeah.
I think it looks good.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
Yeah. I have to say, it looks a lot better.
We give it a bunch of shit. It's going to be the best movie. It's Oscar award winning.
Isn't that like everything we do?
That's our thing.
I will say, the first trailer, I was very much so like, I'm not worth it. This one has a lot better production value than the first trailer. Yeah. It did make me look at it going, yeah, this will be fun.
Well, they finally added CG onto one of the characters, so that's kind of cool.
Right.
I think that's part of it too, is like the fact that it's going to be fun. Like that, and to me, that's all I would want out of a movie like this, because I'm not a Suicide Squad fan.
Well, I think it looks great. I think it does look like a fun film. I think it also feels a little more focused than Batman vs Superman. Like, they just seem to have a very simple narrative arc from what I can tell from the trailers. Like, it's just go here, do this thing, save whoever, become a franchise. Like, whereas Batman vs Superman is like, hey, we've got this going on and this thing, and then we're going to bring in these characters and all this kind of crazy stuff, and it's like, for goodness sake, just like
focus.
Yeah, just give me a simple story, like establish these people, you know.
Yeah, totally.
I thought it looked fun. Like I said, I didn't pick it apart anyway. I watched it and I was like, looks cool. Yeah, fun. I'll go see it.
They do look a lot better when they're not lit in daytime. Like when they're sort of out on the streets and that, the character design looks a lot better.
Yeah, I definitely thought this one looked more fun. This one actually made me want to see more of that Joker too. Like, because I do despise that design, but specifically the shot that you brought up, where he's like shooting the gun, it may be a Tommy gun. I mean, it's a quick flash, but he's in the tuxedo. Because to me, that's like the Joker. Like,
yeah, and like I say, because it's kind of dark, you don't see all his tattoos and stuff. He looks a lot better than he did, like with words written all over his face.
I hope that like they played that a little bit in the movie. The fact that like he can be the way he is portrayed in the thing, and then who he is as a person. But the same thing with Heath Ledger's, Joker. He's like a nutball, but like there's times when he's in disguise or he tries to pretend like he's someone else, and I think that that's funny. And so I think that it's funny to have the Joker kind of pretending to be what our cliche version of the Joker is, even though he might not be that the whole time. He probably won't be.
Well, and there's like heavy rumors, real quick. This is potential spoiler territory, so you guys have a second to hit stop right now.
Honda.
This will go. This will go into Batman versus Superman, and if the spoilers are these theories are right, this is Jason Todd, and it's not the Joker. It's actually
I did hear that too.
And if you look at the bat suit or the Robin suit that has the, what does it say? Ha ha ha! Batman jokes on you or whatever. There's a bullet shot like right here, and I think like right here. And if you look at that Heath Ledger picture where he's like the first one where he's like pulling his hair back, he's got the scar right here, and he's got the scar right here.
Oh,
so it really could be Jason Todd, and if it is,
that's cool.
I'm in for that Joker, like, because that's not the Joker; it's somebody else. Like, and if he killed the Joker and has just gone like full crazy and just taken his spot, that's a pretty cool twist to me. And, and I
is it okay to have Harley Quinn though part of that then?
Yeah.
Because I thought, isn't she? I mean, like,
isn't she a nutball?
Well, like no, but like, isn't the whole idea to her is that she's the Joker's like psychiatrist, right? And then basically she just turns like a nut like him.
This one's a twist, and actually, if you pay attention to the trailer, you see that she falls into the pit. At the very end, you see him like leaning over that edge and start falling. He falls into the what's the stupid acid crap? He falls into whatever it's called. But he's lifting her up out of it, and that's part of the twist. That's why she's so pale and all that stuff. It's like her whole body. is she's actually gone into the same stuff that he went into.
Oh yeah.
So
let me ask you a question. What do you guys think about the song?
I loved it. I thought it was great.
You think it paired well with it? I thought it paired well with it, but I wasn't sure if you guys were like.
We were waiting for you to come in and be a little prick.
I think it's awful. It doesn't show.
We were waiting for you to be like, well, it's some classic music, and it seems like a really fun flick. So it's totally taken a page out of Guardian's book.
Yeah, that's what we were expecting.
No, I mean, like, the thing is, like, I mean, like, if we're going back to that conversation that we had off camera,
No.
I'll play. But yeah, so fun movie.
Looks like a matinee to me. Matinee.
Yeah, you would. It's not like opening night. You're gonna be at Suicide Squad dressed as the
I might be.
Joker.
Well,
Just
not
because.
Just Joker, but
I might be there in the alleyway with my switchblade.
I might go
There's
see it.
a
opening
chance
weekend.
I'd see it opening night, but it's not like I don't
That
know.
would be more for the group I'm with and less for the movie.
Yeah.
It's like I'll be there for Batman vs Superman, which I imagine is going to be a far worse movie.
You'll be there opening night for Batman vs Superman.
Fuck yes.
No, I
I will.
won't be there for opening night unless I'm with you on a date.
And see, I have other plans because I'm going to a cocktail party.
because I don't want to hear the bullshit you come up with.
Just
See,
be leaning
'cause
over.
Mad Max is so
Steve,
much better
Steve,
because of the
This
character
film
development.
sucks, just so you know.
Steve, doesn't this? I mean, it sucks so bad, but like Mad Max was way better.
He tried to tell me that Mad Max has really good character development yesterday, and I was like, really?
It does have good character development.
I like Mad Max a lot.
But it's enjoyable, but it's not a character development movie. It's an action movie.
There is a character.
Well, what character are you talking about? Mad Max? No, there's no character in him. He's
Furiosa
a shell.
sees that there's no paradise.
Furiosa? Yeah, even the brides, kind of. Yeah, you get some mix in between there. One of them who pairs up with the
John McClane.
back to back, like the 90s.
Now you're liking the 90s.
Wait, let me get my leather on.
All right, so what's next?
Wonder Woman.
Did you see the little bit of footage from Wonder Woman?
Yeah. There was like a sneak peek on.
That's why he went all full woohoo over there.
Holy shit.
So two of us are very excited.
It's the me and Mitch room versus
Yeah,
the Steve and Tim room.
I thought it looked cool. Wonder Woman.
I thought
Now,
it looked fun.
This isn't footage that is in
This is
BVS.
straight Wonder Woman. This is straight Wonder Woman.
Because you see her get in Bruce Wayne's car and drive off and he smirks.
So I think there's that one shot was from Batman vs Superman, but when you see her like riding horseback through the open countryside, and then you see her walking around with Chris Pine, I think that's all just straight Wonder Woman. So I had a feeling you'd like it. It's like this super empowering, like equality thing.
Quality.
Why not?
Well, because you know how he is. He's the feminazi.
You know him. Come on.
Like when he told me he played Tomb Raider, I was like, Mitch, you dirty bitch.
Dude, I
love that Henry was
I don't want to really slap him. I'd feel awful.
not to get off topic, but the new Tomb Raiders are awesome, dude.
I know. I was listening to your review.
and there's a Wonder Woman mod. No.
But can you imagine?
I
Back to
totally
Wonder
detracted.
Woman.
Yeah, back to Wonder Woman.
Yeah, it looks cool. Looks alright, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I get the same vibe from this as I do from Batman vs Superman. Dark and gritty and moody and brooding, and it's just like, can we not add a little bit of color?
I actually get a better vibe from this than Batman vs.
You know what I
From
think?
the
I
film
think-
in general, yes.
You know
but
what I think it is?
Cinematography, I
it's
kind of get
toned
that.
down.
Sure.
But I think
Because
it's,
it's
the
supposed to
world,
be like World War II, isn't it? Or is it present day?
It looks World War II. To me.
Yeah.
That's what I thought too.
But I mean, it looks way more toned down than Batman vs Superman. If Batman vs Superman was just Batman vs Superman, God, we're talking about this movie a lot. We're talking about Wonder Woman.
Well, it's the DC universe. This is the DC universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a sort of
Calm.
revamp.
I get that you don't necessarily like dark and gritty, but that's the world that they're building. It's kind of like Marvel's
No, I know.
got this colorful, like, we'll do whatever. Like, there's a fucking raccoon with a machine gun.
Okay, I can understand for Batman, because that is how Batman is written. But look at Superman comics. Look at Wonder Woman comics.
But see, now you're doing exactly what I've said to you is you have to judge it for what it is, not for what you want it to be. Sorry, it's
No,
not
I
what
know.
you want it to be. It's going to be what it is. Like,
Yeah.
and their world is like realistically, do you think that there's a place that's like as shitty as Gotham, and then you have a city as amazing as
I just think, like, for me, I can compare this to video games because I find this a little bit easier. But I feel like Dark and Gritty is the sort of the phase that these films are going through. A lot like when first-person shooters first came to the 360, and they had like the greys and brown, dirty kind of colors, like just washed out colors. That was the fact.
Here's the difference between dark. When you say Dark and Gritty, do you mean like do you lump Batman Begins and Dark Knight into it, or are you talking about color scheme in general?
Color scheme,
because
cinematography and color scheme.
Because I was gonna say, I like that they're going realistic with the places that they live in and like situations that they're in. They try and keep those grounded and real. I like that. But when people say dark and gritty, they phase back to like the 90s. Oh, everything was dark and gritty back then. No, I guess it was dark and gritty in the sensibility of the colors in a way, but story-wise, it was cartoony and awful and bad writing and bad lines. Like so, I guess yeah, but this had more. It was more saturated colors. If you want to go there, I mean, like the colors were bright.
Like, Wonder Woman should be wearing like bright blue, bright red, and gold, right? And she is.
Cap.
I would.
Yeah, but no, I know.
Cap's sedated. He's not wearing his feather hat. Let's be real.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not talking about the outfit. I'm talking about the colors. Like when the Hulk is on screen, he's green. He's not like some sort of dark.
But he's not the green
green
that was on some comic books back in the 90s.
No,
I know.
The golden
but
age
he is
of
a green. Like you can see that green. And you look at Iron Man, he's in red and yellow.
Yeah.
You know, and it is a red and yellow. It's not like a toned down red and yellow.
It is.
That is
down.
like
it's like scarlet.
Super, yeah,
red.
it's scarlet and gold.
In the comic,
that shit's not yellow.
Look at the original comic stuff. It's like bright
in
blasting
the
effing red and like
it's
school bus yellow. It's like school bus yellow helmet.
Yeah, they're not going with those same colors. Like,
well, I fully understand that an outfit in a comic book will look totally different in real life.
So do you want Supergirl? That kind of saturation?
Yeah,
the TV show?
Red Tornado?
Yeah, the TV show. She's like literally pretty much Clark Kent, Superman.
I haven't seen the shots.
It looks bad.
You haven't seen any of the costumes and stuff. Yeah, it's like bright. She has bright clothing. Even that, it's toned back. It's not like quite like Superman from the 80s. That was really like if you want like colorful costumes, that's.
I'm not talking just a bit more color. That's all it needs. I just feel like take the Photoshop filters off of it and.
Yeah, but that's the style now.
Like, did you see the recolor of Man of Steel? It looked great. It looked really cool.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
But I agree, it did look better, and it fits Metropolis more. But it fits the Metropolis that we've come to know, and it's not the story that they're telling. And I think like if you're going to build a world where you're going to have to be, are you going to bring Batman in? You put Batman in the Metropolis that we're thinking of, and he looks out of place. He does not fit at all.
Yeah.
And in order to do it, you have to put him in a real world, and the real world is kind of shitty looking sometimes.
Let me ask you a question. Were you bothered by the film saturation of Star Wars 7?
I didn't think there was too much.
It was Abramsy. I mean, it had lens flares. It was very Abrams.
They were smart with their lens flares.
It wasn't quite as bad as he had.
They weren't afraid to have like red light bathe Kylo Ren. They weren't afraid to have like bright colored lightsabers. They weren't afraid to have like laser shots, and the cantina scene was kind of bright. They had a lot of different colors. Aliens were red. There was like, they weren't afraid to.
It's still saturated to a way though. Like, look at the outfit of the orange on the Resistance.
Green.
Yeah,
they are.
You guys are agreeing.
No,
but you're saying there's a lot of color. You're like, put it saturated. You're like, yeah, it's saturated.
Oh, excuse me. I mean, saturated in the way of like going down towards the grays in a way. Like the orange on the
so you're talking
Republic,
about
it's not quite like the bright bursting orange.
Well,
like
I don't want it to burn your retinas, but I want to they weren't afraid of color. That film is very colorful.
It is,
and I think like
I'll agree with you then. Fine. Just quit picking on me.
Oh my god! Jeez.
We need to just get a stuffed shark.
A stuffed shark.
So we can throw it at you, man.
So back to Wonder Woman.
Yeah, back to Wonder Woman.
You like it? Dislike it?
I like it. I'll go see it.
Put some color in there and maybe I'll watch it.
Yeah,
maybe.
Well, it's all gonna get our money. Seriously, we're all gonna go see it. The same with Batman vs Superman. The
I don't
same
know
with
if I'll
Suicide
actually
Squad.
see one.
We're all gonna go
Have to
see it.
it.
We are, dude.
You
Like,
are.
the more trailers you watch, you're gonna go see it.
Yeah.
That's just
it was
the nature
it was
of the beast.
fun. Like the thing is they actually. The funny thing is it was on CW under their little like spotlight thing. Like basically just went over like different things about the movie that they're doing kind of.
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing is I kind of went to like Wonder Woman. Am I gonna really want to watch Wonder Woman? Like I don't know. And like a week before, some was asking me about the origin of it, and I was like, I think the origin's this, and my friend's like, you're full of shit. Like that's not the origin at all. I'm like, oh really? Okay, well I don't know anything. And then like the first thing they start with, they're like, yeah, so we're gonna go over the origin because not a lot of people know that. I'm like, yeah, let's hear more about this. I think I want to know. Like, so I mean, as much as I'm saying I probably don't want to go see it, I'll go see it because I don't really know a lot about Wonder Woman. I'm not.
She
a
just
Wonder
comes
Woman
from
fan.
a world from like Arnita Sarkeesian girls, just fucking hating men from afar, just hating us.
It does not speak for me. So
That's legit though, isn't it?
no, it's
Where'd you come
Amazonian. Like,
How do they feel about men?
no comment. I'm not gonna see this on air, dude.
He's
I'm not gonna
pussy
do this on
fucking-
air.
I knew that it was,
He's
I knew it was like Amazonian, but like I didn't know that they were supposed to be
God.
like protectors of the earth, and they're like, we don't want to protect anymore. It's like what?
'Cause
You
there's a
can't make
bunch
that
of-
decision. You're the protector.
Yeah,
Protect
no,
it.
It's because they hate men that bad.
No,
We
it's more
messed
to
up.
do with like gods.
We
and
did.
Yeah.
mythical
They-
creatures.
Men are
and
like,
stuff
we shouldn't
that.
have given that rib to
They
them.
hate bras and men. It's a saggy world. I'm scared.
I'm sorry, listeners.
Anywho,
on.
I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'm
What do you think?
actually really excited for it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it looks really cool. Like,
And it may be because there hasn't been full trailers on it, but I am more excited for this than the other things we've seen.
Are you more excited for this than all the other DC stuff?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm really
I really
surprised.
am because I
Even
am
Suicide Squad. Like I think Suicide Squad.
Suicide
was fun.
Squad. Like I said, I watched a trailer and I'm like, yeah, it'll be fun, but nothing was like, it's fine. And DC Batman vs Superman, I'm like, you guys already screwed that up.
Yeah.
You know, and then this, I don't know a lot about it, but I'm like, yeah, I'm really interested. And the shots they showed look really cool. I'm down.
Awesome,
Like,
dude. I would not have expected that.
Yeah.
I thought
I
this
think
wouldn't have
part
even
of
been
it
on your
though,
radar.
like you guys got to remember, like me and him aren't in love with Harley Quinn because we've dated that girl a couple times over.
But you guys both dated the same girl. It's like a,
Well, one, but
it's like a
I had to
Natasha
think
Twat
about
type
that
of
for a
thing.
second.
but we both were like for a period of time we're attracted to crazy, and so it's like. So you guys may like love the idea of Harley Quinn. I know Mitch does.
You don't think we've been attracted to crazy? Have you been attracted to crazy? I know some crazy people.
I'm not saying this on the air.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thanks, Austin. That was an Austin Powers reference.
Yeah.
Are you more excited for
Well,
Wonder
actually,
Woman than the
I-
Marvel movies?
Then the Marvel movies? I don't know about that, but I am more excited for that than the DC movies.
Well, real quick, speaking of the Marvel movie, this is hearsay, so take it with a grain of salt, whatever. But I heard that they're having some controversy with the reason why they haven't shown Spider-Man in any of the Civil War stuff is because freaking Sony is being
Licensing.
like a total douche about it, and they're like, "Well, we can still pull it anytime we want, so we may still pull them. We may still pull them."
No, they
That's,
can't.
that's what they're basically
I
threatening.
haven't heard that rumor, but I guarantee you that's not true.
Yeah,
Well,
I
wouldn't-
guarantee you, like Disney's doesn't have this little loophole where they're like, you can pull it at the last second.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, no, fuck you. It's the
Well, and the director even said that he said if they did pull Spider-Man for some reason, the story that they have will not be good. Like it will still play out, but it will just not be good.
They should just have all Spider-Man's parts and just CG somebody else's faces on it. Like, it's still Spider-Man. It's just some dude.
What they're gonna
What they
do?
need to do is have like a kid standing in the foreground wearing a Spider-Man outfit, and the guy like just walks like by him, so they can get around it. Oh no, that's just a kid in an outfit. That's not us.
I think they're doing this Star Wars thing of like holding back all the juicy bits.
Yeah.
You know,
You
just
think they're just building the hype so that
just
nerds
showing
like me,
showing what they can without giving away too much.
I heard he's got 3 costumes in the movie
Really?
Spider-Man. That's what I heard.
He has
I
two
heard
in
he's
the
got
book,
3
right?
arms now.
Yeah, he's got 2 in the book.
Funny you should say that.
I heard he's got
Where's
like.
my shark?
Yeah.
Where is my shark?
Well, it's like a cartoon shark will just float in front of my head when I say stupid things, and vice versa. So I'm not the only one.
Tim does not say stupid stuff.
No, Tim is on the ball all the time. He's really good.
But he did say that Mad Max was an amazing movie.
It is a good movie.
It is a good movie. I'm not getting into this now.
No, we're not
Right,
going.
it's
There's not enough
stupid.
time. All right. So
We CG just a shark swimming around in the background.
all right, onward and upward. What's the next thing on the?
I kind of don't want to do my game review now.
I really do
Because
want you
it's
to now.
Slightly feminist.
Is it Mad Max? Oh no! Don't let that.
I know. He's not bullying me. I just.
I'm all about
I'm gonna get
equality.
off of my
Like
pedestal.
I'm perfectly fine with equality, but Mitch wants
Do you-
the
I
men
don't
beaten
think
into the
you-
dirt.
No, that's not
No.
true. And I don't think we should be having this on air, dude.
I really think we should.
You know what? I think we should. I think we should honestly talk about real topics as opposed to fucking trailers and all that other stuff. Why? Why are we not talking about real stuff?
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know, but the fact that Mitch is like, well, I don't think we should say it on air. It's like, dude, we should be candid and open about anything that we want to talk about. It's not like any of us in this room are like,
It's the pledge we're taking to be a wanker.
no, for us, like, it's not like any of us are going to be like, women don't deserve the same rights, unless we're fucking joking around. Like, honestly, everybody here thinks that women deserve the same rights. But you should be able to say, like...
Well, funny thing, I have a special guest, Donald Trump.
I didn't say anything about Mexicans.
Yeah, I was just going to say, what is this?
No, he hates everyone equally.
They
But,
can afford to.
but seriously, like, us giving our opinions on trailers is fine. But if we're not going to talk about some real shit, like, what are we doing? Like...
Well, no, I mean, it's fun to talk about real shit, but, like, here's the thing. Did you want to go into Mad Max? Because I'm fine with going into Mad Max if that's what we're thinking of. Like, because that's where the argument is going about.
I'm not talking about the argument of Mad Max.
Well,
I'll say that movie's overrated. It's good. But people try and take it outside of the realm of it being an action movie.
Part of the issue is that we bring it up every single day.
Yeah.
So now it doesn't matter how great the film is, you're going to hate it because it's just been this thorn
you
in
seen
your
it?
foot.
Yeah, I saw it once.
okay.
Yeah.
The first thing I said when I walked out was like, that was a good movie, but I don't think I'd ever want to watch it.
But because we brought it up every single day, it doesn't matter if it's the second coming of Christ.
You got to
you're gonna hate
understand,
it, dude.
we have conversations at the studio over and over and over and over to the point where he'll just put on his headphones. I'll
Yeah.
put on my headphones. And he'll put on his headphones.
And it's just me just all just sitting in silence.
It's like Batman
Angry
versus Superman has been like nonstop.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. Let's go on to some other fun stuff. And fun stuff, I mean, do you want to talk about the personal project? Since we talked a little bit about
That's a
studio
little
stuff.
personal.
Let's do the personal project.
Let's get personal.
Tim's gonna make a toy of himself.
The
No,
Tim Sex
we
Bot's
need-
finally,
It's the
Tim Sex Bot's finally coming out.
My sex bot. Yeah.
Version
You
3.0.
were my first
giant
pre-order.
pillow that you can hug.
When he says giant, all three of us could sleep on it. And there's still room for strangers. And it's only third scale.
That's a whole other thing.
Yeah. So
No.
on that note,
On that
related
note.
to this.
No, so if you didn't know, the majority of us sit in a studio together all day long. Mitch, Steve, Crow, and I. And Scott used to be in the studio.
I just
all the
phone
time.
in every now and then.
And now he just phones in.
What are you guys doing?
We see him on Skype. We hang out. Even though we don't even hang out, we just put a blanket over it.
I was going to say, we see him on Skype, and then we just put our own headphones on.
It's time for Scotty to go to bed.
But the studio, we actually launched a Kickstarter yesterday. And the Kickstarter is a totally feels animated short film about a dog and his tennis ball and everlasting friendship. And if you do watch it, have a box of tissues because you might cry.
Yeah,
'Cause
this is where we'll get
tears
real.
after this.
Yeah.
You want to get real? You want to cry over something? I'll put the link below. You can cry over it. But it is a short that we're planning on putting in Sundance and a whole bunch of different film festival circuits. and you can check it out. A link below, and it'll be live until the 18th of next month. So,
But don't wait.
But don't wait. Jump into it right now if you can. $5 is the minimum on Kickstarter. I'm sure whoever's watching this knows what Kickstarter is because you're watching a bunch of dudes named Pixel Wankers. I would be surprised if you had no
My
idea.
grandma watches.
Mitch's mom, thank you for the chocolates. Kickstarter
please.
is. No.
Don't wave at her.
Yeah, I'm actually leaving on Saturday to go get Mitch's wallet from his mom. I'll be in the UK, and I'm going to stop by his house.
well, so about
Is this legit?
About the project.
I really would love to go to your mom's house while I'm out
Pick up a
there.
wallet.
What about the project? So it's called Be the Ball, right?
No. So this is
or not
called
Be
Chase the Ball.
Chase Ball.
Yeah, so Chase the Ball is about a dog named Chase, and usually when you get your pet a toy, you put your pet's name on the toy, right? And so the tennis ball has the dog's name Chase on the ball, but in the cartoon, of course, it has a face, and him and the ball have this relationship, and it's a story about the dog or the ball reminiscing about Chase's life on the last day that Chase is alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really, really sweet. It's bittersweet, and we plan on having a 6-minute short out of it.
Yeah.
So
2D, hand animated.
Yep.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Yep. Frame by frame.
And what are the kind of rewards that people can look at getting? I mean, just basic, real quick synopsis of what the Kickstarter entails a bit.
So we actually have tennis balls with Chase's face on the ball, which is cool. If people are local in Utah, we're having a party at a dog park. There are, I'm sure, other things that I'm forgetting right now.
Check out the link.
But yeah, check out the link and let us know what you think about it. And I did post it on the Facebook today, so if you guys saw it, sweet, let me know what you think about it. Share it if you can, be awesome.
Yeah, it's a super sweet story. When I watch it, I don't cry over things ever. And I was like, oh, man, dude, you guys make me tear up. Like I was so sad. So because I have dogs, I've had dogs that have passed away. It's really touching, you know what I mean? So it's a great project. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, very cool. Any words?
No.
The only thing I'd add is if you guys pledge now, don't worry about the money coming out. Like, so go pledge now because it won't be taken out until after the project funds.
Yeah.
So don't stress it if you don't have the money now. You can still pledge now and not worry about losing the money. So
yeah,
that's cool. Actually, I didn't know about that about Kickstarter.
Yeah, it doesn't take anything out, only if it funds and at the last day.
Wonderful.
So, cool.
Cool. Yeah, sounds great.
How are we doing for time?
Great.
We got a few minutes.
Anything on the game spectrum?
Ooh, so I did read a little bit of news from Nintendo, and they're actually planning on licensing some of their not their highest rated characters, but some of their lower characters to mobile games. And they're talking with mobile game developers.
Oh, is
on
that
actually,
what they're talking about? Because I read some things too.
What'd you read?
Well, so I read that there was a leak on NX, so on the new Nintendo system, that people were doing surveys for, and the surveys leaked.
Yeah.
And so one of the things was that they were saying, oh, it's going to be able to support mobile games, consoles, and things like on phones and stuff, and then also it's going to be able to go console to console. Like be able to play over, like from like PlayStation 4 to an X, the same game. And I was like, how is that going to work?
Yeah.
And so like that's kind of was the implication. Again, I didn't get too into it, but I thought about what would kind of work for that, and what would be kind of an interesting idea is if you just connected online to like Nintendo's database, and it's like if it was all cloud based, like they kept all your games and everything on there, and you just signed in through there, and your machine was just used for its processing power. You could actually do something like that with other systems, where other systems they just have to log into the website, and as long as the website knows how to write for the system's processors and things, it would actually be able to.
You're saying the console itself is just the front end, and all the processing's on the back end. So whatever you log into is just the front end that you can.
That's what I was thinking that they meant, but that they could mean by that, and that would be really cool.
That's been something a group is trying to do with PC games for like 10, 15 years, where they do all the games processing out in the cloud, and you can get like a netbook, or you can play on your phone, and all your graphics and everything.
Well, but actually, I'm thinking a little bit reverse, where the processing's happening on the front end, and all of the database stuff is happening on the back end. But it's just accessing your machine for whatever it's worth. So the graphics would, I'm guessing, and this is all like conjecture. I have no clue. It's more of my own idea. But could you connect onto the system and say, hey, I want to play Mario, whatever the new Mario game is, and then just be able to jump in and the graphics scale to whatever my machine is.
Dude, that is one hell of an undertaking to be like, I'll play Mario on my phone or my PlayStation 4 or my whatever and just have it work. Like, it's not going to happen.
Well, the NX is supposed to be 4K video. They said 4K video, 90 frames per second graphics. It's going to be nuts.
Dude,
this is the next Nintendo?
Yeah.
And they have actually been
Thanks for
saying
waking up, Steve.
That no, they've actually been saying that the dev kits for it are ridiculously high powered. Like, Nintendo's not afraid to be jumping into the high powered processing right now, which is awesome because they haven't done that for a long time.
I just don't want to sound like a dick though, but I don't care to see Mario like rendered real high. Like, who fucking cares? Like, he looks great when he's pixelated. He looks great when he's just kind of okay. Like, what are you gonna do with all that?
That's what I want to see, though.
Well, here's
because they haven't tried.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Yeah, maybe it's and this is the thing. I kind of hope. I hope that, and I've kind of hoped this since the Wii, that they would get more into not necessarily pushing the graphics on, like, especially their games like Mario, that's not meant to be pushed. Mario is what he is, and he'll be that way. Unless you want to make him like a realistic dude, which would look stupid.
Yeah.
Dude,
keep
what
him
if
the
we
way
get
he
like
is.
a Game of Thrones Mario?
You know what? I think that'd be dumb. but I mean, like, if you haven't listened to all the podcasts, you have no clue what we're talking about. But
jokes.
That's what we refer to as a callback joke. Go back to episode 1. I believe it's that.
But basically, so I think that it's not about making Mario look super detailed. Or I mean, it'll be shaders and stuff that will be updated, and like lens effects on like skies and things like that. But it will really be like the connectivity between like worlds. Like maybe your Mario world or Mario Maker world could connect into like other people's Mario worlds, and you could have like a Mario.
I don't even think Mario is going to be their
Universe
focus at that point. I mean,
I
pushing things like Zelda, pushing things like... There's a whole world of games that they've kind of dipped their toes into, but couldn't fully take on because what they play, like their sandbox isn't that powerful. I think them giving themselves the power to be able to play with these other games, well, you'll see so many different types of games on the Nintendo that you haven't seen for years just because of that. I think you'll see a lot more things coming back to Nintendo with really amazing things coming out of it because they're not afraid to push the graphics now. And that's what I hope, because I don't want Mario to be crazy high. I mean, he is what he is, and that's exactly how he should be.
I wonder if, like, with Zelda, if they're actually going to start pushing him forward in terms of, like, are they going to do voices? It's one of those things, like, it's kind of taken for granted nowadays, and I know you guys don't care because you guys are Nintendo kids, but it's like, I don't want to play a game where I have to read it. Like a story for me, like...
I don't want to have to read that book. I want a pop-up version of it.
No, like, if it's a book, I'm reading a book. If I'm playing a game, there's better ways to deliver story. And if you don't believe me, play Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Read that shit as opposed to actually just experiencing what's happening. It's far more powerful when you're just watching something like unravel that way, or you're just like working with it, as opposed to just like, okay, well, I'm gonna read real quick. Okay, hit X. I'm done with that one. Oh, okay, hit X. Like, come on, like,
you say hit X to yourself.
We're past that shit.
Yeah.
Like, are they going to get past that?
I agree with that, and I'd be really excited, but the issue with that is, like, Zelda's, aside from some really amazing cartoons, right? Link has never had a voice.
No.
Right? So, you know...
I know what you're saying about the NPCs and just the story.
And Link. Just give Link a voice.
Yeah, that's true.
Why are the Nintendo fans such bitches? Not all of them. You guys are cool.
Thank you.
Why are some people, like, such pansies that they can't be like, well, he's going to have a voice now? Why is it that big of a deal?
Because Nintendo farms nostalgia, and that's how...
Plus, why is it okay for Navi to have a voice, which is the most annoying voice in the game?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, bro.
hey!
I'm actually, believe it or not, with you. I think Show Don't Tell is a good like mantra to have when it comes to
And
gameplay.
Zelda's robust enough that he should have something there. They should have full voices for all the characters and everything. Here's one thing that's kind of cool on Zelda. I was watching a video, and I'll probably post it on Facebook after
Unreal,
this.
is it?
Yeah, the Unreal version.
Yeah.
You see that?
I did.
It was cool. They took N64 Link in the temple as a kid, and they showed the Nintendo 64 version. Then they cut it, and someone had rebuilt the whole temple and Link and everything in its full glory in the Unreal Engine.
They've
And
done
it looks
with
cool.
Mario and Sonic as well, and it's the same gameplay, like movement and stuff
Yeah.
as Mario 64, which is really
People have done it with World of Warcraft maps too, and I'm like, oh,
Oh,
that
really?
looks awesome.
Yeah, and that's when I hear like they're going to do like a remake of something where they're like, oh, we're going to do an HD remake of Zelda that Mitch is going to get really excited about. Then they don't update it to like the kind of things like that. It's like I want them to push the graphics. I want them to make them look really nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's my biggest worry though. Is like with the new Nintendo, it sounds awesome. It sounds like I might be kind of interested, but I'm worried that the only thing they're going to have on it is Bayonetta 3, and that's just going to be porno Devil May Cry. Like, I'm not interested in that.
You guys think it will be at E3?
Probably.
This year, I think it will be this year.
I don't know.
I don't
Might-
think it will.
I don't know. I don't think they're going to be far enough along.
They're
with
supposed
it.
to have it out next. Isn't it come out this year or next year?
I thought it was supposed to be this or next year because they came out with a statement being like, this Zelda is for the Wii U.
Yeah.
Don't worry about like the next console. It's for this one. It may go over to that one, but it's for this one. So
That would
I
make me
imagine
think
we'll see
it's maybe next year is when it's coming out, and that makes me think I don't know if they're going to release this year at E3 or next
Reggie,
year.
send us a dev kit.
Yeah.
we'll do nothing with it. But we'll look. Well, Tim might do something.
But I mean, it sounds cool from what I've heard of the leaks. But again, it's all speculation. It's all hearsay, and until something actually you see video, it's nothing.
I'm actually interested to see what characters they're going to be okay allowing to go out to mobile, aside from the NX, right? Because they're trying a whole bunch of different opportunities to market and gain more money. But I'm curious who they feel comfortable enough with, like letting someone else do stuff with, because they've used third-party companies to do some animations for games. Like Russ did motion capture for Mario.
Yeah.
Like, I have that. I've played with it. I've seen it, But he just did the motion capture, gave it to another studio that was Nintendo licensed, yada, yada, yada. But now they're actually giving an entire licensed character to a third-party studio and say, go for it.
I
And
don't think
that's
we'll see Mario in that
Oh,
sense.
you won't see it for a while.
But I think like Pikmin, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's an easy thing.
I
maybe
can tell you one for
Metroid.
definite. Pokemon Go.
Oh,
Yeah. And that was the thing that I was like at first I was like, oh yeah, duh, no dealio that they're gonna go to mobile stuff because they're already doing that with Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
No dealio.
We're back in the 90s.
I'm hip. I'm cool.
I'm in the know.
Dude, guys, it's the bomb.
Speaking of like just
I was gonna try and keep that laugh contained.
speaking of Pokemon, real quick, it's been 20 years since Red and Blue were released.
Today?
Not today,
Oh,
but like
I was like, whoa.
this week, I think. I don't know exactly when, because Japan released it earlier than it did.
Doesn't that seem like a half care? Like it's the anniversary, but I don't know like exactly.
Well,
the
I was leading
He's
into
getting
another
us
point,
out
dude.
good.
Yeah.
They're gonna release the original games on the 3DS.
Oh,
which
really?
is really cool because I'm kind of excited to go back and play those.
That's cool. Yeah.
And I just watched the Pokemon Origins anime.
yeah,
thing,
I want to talk about that.
which is really cool. And I know you're gonna fucking Pokemon, you little wanker. Like it's just
I don't refer
Pokemon,
to
dude.
people as wankers.
yeah.
Just you.
Mitch, let's go back to the 90s.
90s. Oh, what a great time that was.
Oh, Scott had a lot more hair back then.
I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like they did a lot to kind of keep it true to the games, and I have so many hours invested in those games when I was a
So
kid.
Origin's been out for a little while, but if you want to give people a
yeah.
synopsis, it's basically they took Red, I believe. They actually took the game from Pokemon Red and basically turned it into an anime 4-episode series.
4 episodes of like
Oh.
half an hour or something.
The main gist of the storyline.
Yeah, and obviously it differs because like when you play it, you call Gary shithead or whatever.
Yeah.
And then this is called Blue. But
I don't think that they would
Yeah.
put your nickname.
hey,
for
it's my
him in
it's
there.
my grandson, shithead. Like, But like, it was kind of cool. It was kind of nostalgic. They had like every time the episode started, it had the start screen and it had the new game continue, and it would load up your save. And then the credits were rolled over a Game Boy, and so there's some really cool.
Are you guys Pokemon fans at all? Like, did you play Red and Blue or?
I played a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I played Red a little.
Yeah.
Because see, the thing that I thought was so cool about it, and this is kind of geeky, but like when I was a kid, I liked the cartoon, I liked the games, and I played them both. And I wished the cartoon kind of tried to do the same thing, where it's like, oh, you're in Paltown, and you get your thing from the Pokedex from Professor Oak and stuff. And then it goes off and does its kind of like its own thing. It kind of goes through the towns, but it doesn't really go follow the story. This literally follows the game. Like the Pokemon you encounter at the beginning are Pokemon that you encounter at the beginning of this show, and it follows it through the actual like game. And even like you say, the beginning screens were like the opening,
but it would actually be the right amount of time it took to load the game.
Yeah, it was like 18 hours in, and you're in, Cerulean City or something, whatever it is.
And it was kind of fun, like some of the characters in the background be like, oh, it's not very effective, which is what it says when you're doing a Pokemon battle and stuff like that. Like just kind of little nerdy things that kind of made me go, oh, that's kind of cool. It is anime, so like I wasn't too interested. There's a lot of animation issues with it, really. Like,
the monsters were cool.
Yeah, oh yeah, the fight scenes were great, but when they weren't spending their budget, it was like, oh god, here we have another panning shot.
Yeah.
Like,
and there's totally like giving the audience the T-Rex, with the Velociraptor on top of it scene at the end where it's like Charizard fighting a Mewtwo, and then they go this crazy battle and they start transforming. Like, okay, like this isn't what happened in the game. Let's not like, but it
was fun.
This is me like say, like acting all hoity-toity
in
my
Pokemon game.
I kind of wished the voice actors were the same from the old cartoon, the 90s one. I thought that would have been kind of cool to have like actual Brock and Misty, but
yeah,
whatever. It is what it is.
So I'm curious, moving to the side of this, is that okay?
Yeah.
You said that you wanted to do a bit of a review on a game.
And we got
Gone Home is bloody good. Go play it. It's on the consoles now. Gone Home.
Gone Home?
Yeah.
What's it about?
If I reveal what it is, it's going to ruin the game. So
thanks for teasing us on a review that you can't review.
I will preface the game, and then you should go and play it because I think it's brilliant. It actually just got released to consoles, so like 360, Xbox One, and PS4. And it's had a lot of flack for being not a game. Like everyone's like, "Oh, this isn't a game. It's not a game." Because you don't shoot anyone. Mm-hmm. It's first person, but you don't kill anyone. You don't. It's just discovery.
An exploratory.
Yeah, it is. Exploration narrative.
Exploratory game.
Yeah, you just explore this house.
And you burn bras.
You don't burn bras.
But you could.
Okay, so you explored this house, and what's the game called again, you said?
Gone Home.
Gone Home. Sorry.
There's like a ton of stuff in the house. Like there's like letters and books and like old cassette tapes.
Is it scary?
It starts off scary. Like there's a storm outside. There's all the lights are off. You're fumbling around and you're like, oh my god, here we go. There's another like Slender Man or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's all I can say about it because I can't go into the story details because I don't want to ruin it for you. And I don't want to.
You really are like you're just unraveling a story by exploring this house.
Yeah,
and you're trying to get to the bottom of the story that's
basically Luigi's Mansion.
No, but here's like game design 101. I'm just gonna sort of go on my thing here.
Yeah.
Each room is set out in chronological order. So as you explore the room and move on to the next one, naturally, just in gameplay, that period of time like moves on with you. So for example, you go into the lobby and there's like a whole bunch of moving boxes and a letter saying, oh yeah, like an invoice about moving in. But they've been there for like 6 years, so it's like, why is all this stuff here? You don't really pay attention to it, but you're getting the idea of like, oh, this is where they moved in, like this is how they set up. And then you go into like the dining room and there's a big old dining table where a fight's taking place with the family. And the objects in question are on the table of like.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
Yeah, but you find this little diary
reference.
You find the diary page about it, and it's like they obviously have cleared up the table since then. But in the game, as you're exploring, it's in chronological order, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of stuff like just the game in general is just done really well. Like it's done by the guys that did the DLC for BioShock 2. and that's probably the best bit about Bioshock 2 is the DLC. They know story really well. The story's great. It's all about exploring. Just take a couple of hours and just explore this little narrative, and you'll be pleasantly surprised. Very, very good.
It is actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That was so feminist. I can't believe he went that far.
I know he was making it sound like it was going to be like some of that crazy feminazi stuff.
Some of that crazy stuff he's used.
Some of those crazy feminazi things he says off camera.
Whatever. Either way. Go play Gone Home. It's brilliant.
Cool.
Cool. Anything else? I mean, we're coming up about the end of our run here.
Steven?
I got nothing.
Steven's tight-lipped today.
Pushing his lips.
Don't talk about my lips like that.
Cool.
Any games you guys been playing over the weekend? Nothing.
Anything new from Midway?
They put out a great pinball in 1983.
That's also a callback joke. You
Yeah.
should be listening to our episodes. Wait, you can't listen to that one.
Okay, this has been a great episode.
Oh, God.
I'm Scott. See ya.
Yeah.
Check out our Facebook, our YouTube,
Our
Podbean,
Twitters.
Twitter, social media.
All those things.
Wow, you could not say that more boring.
Go
Look
watch
on our
our
things, I
videos.
guess. We'll
Give us some
post
attention
stuff.
if you feel like it.
Good job, Eeyore.
Yeah, we'll put Eeyore over you. I'll be the shark, you be Eeyore. Mitch is a Robin, feminazi.
He's Austin Powers. Because he would hate that.
And what's Tim gonna be?
Tim's Tim.
Can there be a picture of my face over me?
Just back in the day when you had shaggy hair.
Slightly in love.
Everybody gets a cartoon face. You pop on one, you pop on one, you pop on, I pop on a face of me.
It should just be a massive wiener. You can't even see the whole thing. It just goes above the screen. And your arms can come out of it.
All right.
On that note, thanks for watching
Thank
and
you.
listening.